A teenager has been taken to hospital in a serious condition after a bullying incident at an Auckland high school. The 16-year-old James Cook High School student was taken to Middlemore Hospital after he was tripped up, punched once and hit his head on the ground. The school's principal, Grant McMillan, spoke to reporters this afternoon about what happened.
Sadly, this morning at interval, we had a bullying incident with one student as the victim, two, possibly three other students involved. We know who they are. There were duty staff around at the time, so the student who was bullied was foot tripped and then punched once. During that he fell to the ground, and it was a sealed area, and he hit his head. Our duty staff were on site moments later, and our senior students prefects also stepped in to help as well. The duty staff, as did our nursing staff, followed immediate protocol for a suspected head injury. We ring an ambulance immediately. I think we ended up making two phone calls with 2 ambulances arriving, so that's okay. The situation, the student was taken to our nursing area, met with the ambulance staff and then straight through to Middlemore. One of our school nurses travelled with the student, and she didn't leave until family and others were there. As she left, he was sitting up in bed smiling and chatting, so that's great news. The students who have broken our expectations, we've got a very, very simple response. Serious bullying involves police, because actually we're trying to grow fine young citizens here. Police have been extraordinarily helpful. They arrived very quickly, and they're working through their processes right now. But and my assurance to both our students and the school assembly we've just held, and also to our parents, and that'll be going out later on this afternoon, is that those students who caused this will be held fully responsible within our school's discipline system.
What could the repercussions be?
Most likely suspended from school and then brought before the Board of Trustees for them to decide on what conditions, if at all, the students return to our school.
Is this the first time that these particular students have?
It's the first falling out we've known amongst this lot. We've got to go back and do our work in that now. So I've told you what I know. What I think is that this is probably some falling out stuff over the weekend. I don't know that yet, but we've still got to do our work on that. There doesn't appear to be a pattern or anything in here, but we don't know enough about that yet.
Are they in the same year group or in the same age range?
Three of them are in the same year group. Probably have socialised together in the past.
In terms of bullying, we know that it can be a problem among young people generally. Is it a problem at your school?
It's a problem if it ever happens, ever. So as of today, it's a problem in our school. We serve our students regularly. We get really good data about how safe they feel and the likes, but we also spent the last 7 weeks leading up to the Pink Shirt Day last week, and that was a major focus, trying to make our school a better place to be. So I'm more than confident the vast majority of our students understand that. The vast majority of our students want our school to be a good and safe place to be and want to be a part of a school they can be proud of. But from time to time these things happen. Sadly it's happened, and I'm not happy about that, far from it, but we will deal with it as it happens.
That's Grant McMillan, the principal of James Cook High School, speaking earlier this afternoon. The teenager has now been discharged from hospital.